Okay, just a small update for my grate. It's working now. When I put the new trees inside the wood, it burns very strongly, and later it decreases the flames until there are just coal. Now, what happened is, before I finish this project, I hope you can see it, I will light the fluorescent light. Just a minute. I will have more light. That's it. This is a very strong server fan. It's 12 volt, I think 2 amps, something like this. So, and also I had a lot of heat came up and blew and warmed this roof, and the roof, the material, the styrofoam between the two pieces of the roof, the lower metal tin and the upper metal tin, inside there is insulation, and the insulation started to melt because it was so hot. So I had to start to move this heat away from going up directly to this kind of temporary roof. So I turned on this fan manually and connected it to my 12 volt home rails. But to turn it manually and turn it off, it's not fun. You forget about it and you forget to turn it on. You are busy in your mind in other stuff while trying to think on. You cannot. It takes your time, and you are afraid to forget it when starting and when stopping. So I had this small sensor I scavenged from somewhere. I don't know what it was even. Maybe a warmer, maybe a vacuum cleaner. I don't remember really. It was connected to maybe some motor, and this disconnects the electricity when it's hot. But what we need here is to connect the electricity when it's hot. Exactly the opposite what it does. This disconnects. I want it to connect the fan. So I made some logic inverter, simple circuitry with MOSFET, high power transistor, high power MOSFET field effect transistor, yes. And this all together, it starts by itself and stops by itself. Whenever it becomes cold, it stops. And this is useful because yesterday I got a call from my supervisor, and after I turned on the grate, I turned it on, and that's the moment I got a call that I have some work if I want to go. I said yes, and from my experience, to smother the fire and go, it's bad, because first it throws a lot of smoke inside my room, because when I throw the water I need to open the gate over here, and a lot of smoke comes inside, and later on, the day after, it's very hard for me to start the fire again because it's all soaked with water. So it's also, so I left the place and in my mind I knew that this fire, when it's starting, I see outside, I go to see what about the chimney. If the chimney is smoking, I know fire might start very soon, because it's bubbling inside, it's warming all the wood inside, and in a few minutes it might start a flame and burn all the wood inside. So if I had to go yesterday with the fan working all the time, it's a big waste of electricity and the use of the fan. And so I knew I will go if the fire will start after the smoke. The fan will start automatically and will stop automatically, and I will not have any burn at home. So this circuit is critical. That's all my circuit that I do are critical for me, because if after 1 or 2 months I don't use them, I just take them apart. I disassemble them and just enjoy the experience. But that's if I don't use them. Generally, all the circuits that I do, I use them. So these days, if you are interested in what I'm doing, I'm enhancing my knowledge in assembler language. It's the lowest language of any microcontroller. There are few kinds of assembler, but generally each CPU has different assembler language, but because it has different registers and different memory locations, but the language essentials, the language, the basic of the language is the same. You have to know what you are, how things are done from the lowest level possible, from the hardware level. So this is what I'm doing this now, and you ask why you are doing it. Why don't you run with your projects? Because the thermometer project that I had before, and it was above my aquarium, and you see the aquarium is green because I'm waiting for a kind of transistor, because the part that starts the UV lamp, I fixed it, I changed 2 capacitors there, and then another thing blowed, and that was my fault, because I connected it instead of 110 volt 220. So I cannot use this part in order to run my UV system. Over there I have my small fry. This is the third batch. The first batch was had some sort of problems with heat and with nitrate, and this is much better. The second batch was unfertile. All the eggs, none of the eggs was hatching. Let's see if they are coming. They don't. They are concentrated in themselves. They are not interested in me yet in the feeding process. Now they are searching for food. Running. It's a live food. It's Artemia. It's live food, and it's hiding, and they know how to catch it. So this is the third batch. There are things to fix and to improve in the water quality, but still they are okay, and the water temperature is okay. So what I started to say is that I came back to the assembler because I had to fix my temperature meter based on the microcontroller, the 8051, based on 8052 actually. It's one of the family of the 8051. And since 2 months, these last 2 months, I'm fixing all my projects again and again. I am experiencing changes with the project. I take them apart and then make another circuit, prototyping a circuit, and then put them inside. I make changes so they will be much more stable. For example, the upper project that gives now 2 volts, I will make it more, and you see the changes of the water here. You see, this is 10 volt, and this is 1.2 volt, 2.5 volt, around 2.5 volt. This variable mobile power supply blew me a lot of transistors until I got to I came